Hey, this is Eric with Belsco. We're going to go over field stripping for cleaning of a 1911. Seems that we're getting a lot of requests for guys who've just picked up a 1911, have done most of their career carrying a polymer frame pistol, asking questions about field stripping them. So we're going to do a quick little video on that. First thing we're going to do is remove our feeding device, check and make sure our pistol's clear. First thing we need to deal with is this barrel bushing. For that, I'm going to use my bushing wrench. This particular gun has a full-length guide rod. I'm going to push down and rotate, capturing that magazine cap spring there. We don't want to launch that across the room. Then I'm going to turn my thumb safety off. I'm going to line up this small curved notch with the curve in my slide lock. Push up on my slide lock. That's going to come out. At this point, the slide can come off the frame. Take and remove my recoil spring. Remove my full-length guide rod. I'm going to take my barrel bushing and rotate it back the opposite direction. This is 90 degrees. The barrel bushing is still in the barrel. Come back till it stops. Now the barrel bushing can come out of the barrel. Take the barrel bushing off. Take my barrel off. At this point, you can do your standard cleaning procedure for your barrel. Clean your chamber face. Clean your slide. You can take your frame, remove your grips, clean your frame out with gun scrubber or a gunk out type product. One thing I like to do is I like to leave the thumb safety up, because if you inadvertently snap the trigger, you can damage your hammer or you can damage your frame, either of which is not a good thing. Reassembly, we're just going to work in the opposite direction. Start with our barrel back in our slide. Going to take our barrel bushing, push it back over the barrel. We want to turn it 90 degrees. This is a position to remove the bushing from the slide. This is the position we want it in to put the barrel and recoil system back in the slide. Going to take my full-length guide rod, drop it in. Normally recoil springs have got a closed end and an open end. We're going to want to put the closed end over our recoil spring guide. Push that down. We're going to stand our barrel link up. I like to hold the guide rod with my thumb. I'm going to take my slide, turn the safety off. My frame, Take my frame and turn the safety off. I'm going to push my slide on. Then I'm going to line my barrel link up with the hole for my slide lock. Drop my slide lock in. This is a point where a lot of people run into trouble. We'll get guns in, and there'll be a nice arced scratch in the slide. Sometimes we'll see a nice arched scratch. And what that's caused by is when guys are putting the slide lock back on, they put too much upward or downward pressure and will actually gouge the frame of the slide. So a little bit of pressure, push it past the detent and push it down, and you're good to go. I'm going to push my slide all the way up, put my thumb safety back on. Now I'm going to deal with my recoil spring cap. Normally with just a little thumb pressure you can lock it in place. Take your bushing wrench and finish it off, put it where it needs to be. At this point I normally like to do a function check, so I'm going to put the safety on, pull the trigger, turn the safety off, make sure nothing happens. Pull the trigger, make sure everything works right. You're good to go. Field stripping a 1911. We're going to do a video on detail stripping the slide and a separate video on detail stripping the frame for those of you who are interested. This is Eric at Belsco. Thanks for your time.